on the back deck if people want to move up there, but we'll get started as soon as we can. Thank you.
So My apologies for that. I'd like to welcome everyone here today. My name is Alexander Hamilton, Fire Chief for the Oxnard Fire Department. And this is a really exciting day for our agency. So without further ado, I would like to introduce and call in the class of 2021. They're still across the street. This might just take a minute. Okay, we're going to try that one again. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the class of 2021.
Morning. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Uniform personnel, attend, huh! Present, arm.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Order, arm. On guard, right, face. Forward, arm.
I'd like to call up Chaplain Green, Fire Department Chaplain, for the invocation.
Please join me in prayer, please. Most gracious Father, you're the Father of light and life, the provider and sustainer, the one that brings hope, peace, healing, and understanding. We ask this day that you would smile upon this occasion where we come to induct and honor. We ask that you would continue to watch over each and every one of our responders. Please keep their families safe, keep them at peace, knowing that their loved one is on the front lines to assist humanity and property, to protect and to serve. But Father, we also ask that they would love in humiliation and honor your word, your presence. We ask that it would constantly be over each and every piece of apparatus and over every human life in this city and in this region. We thank you for your presence here today, and we honor you. And I ask this in the name of my Redeemer. Amen.
So before we get started, I would just like to acknowledge our distinguished guests that due to our COVID restrictions couldn't be with us today, but are watching this via live stream. Assembly Member Jackie Irwin, Supervisor Ramirez, Mayor Zaragoza, Mayor Pro Tem McDonald, and the rest of the Oxnard City Council, along with the city leadership. And so I'd like to say good morning and thank you for attending today's promotional ceremony and firefighter graduation. To those of you here today who are friends, family, support systems for our new employees, I would personally like to thank you. Your support is crucially important to the success of those being promoted and to our new firefighters. I also want to acknowledge the burden that our families, our spouses, and our children carry for us to have the privilege of serving this community. I acknowledge that I will ask these firefighters, your loved ones, to put themselves in harm's way every day they come to work. So you have my commitment that I'll do everything in my power to ensure that they are provided with the very best training, equipment, and support so that they can do their jobs with confidence. To our new firefighters, I'll tell you that I'm incredibly proud of your accomplishments. Today is your day. Getting through this academy is no easy feat, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me on that one. Each one of you deserves to enjoy today. You have earned it. I will tell you to continue this momentum, continue to learn, continue to push yourself, and continue to thrive. One of the best pieces I got in the beginning of my career is that you earn your reputation every day. My advice to you is to continue to earn your reputation, work hard, and continue the excellent reputation of the Oxnard Fire Department. I know the last 16 weeks have been some of the hardest weeks of your life. This career is not easy. We needed to see you work that hard. This city will demand that of you. However, each of you can hold your head high and put your shoulders back because you're now an Oxnard firefighter. In Oxnard, you'll find a community that trusts you, that looks to you for strength in times of crisis and compassion in your everyday. I ask you to embrace the opportunity you are being handed today. Learn about your first industry. Engage with our community. Please take full advantage of the opportunities we provide you to serve this city, whether it's in fire prevention, to hazmat, ocean rescue, and beyond. For a small agency, we are called on to provide a huge variety of services to ensure the safety of our residents. I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of our training cadre led by Captain Senior. These personnel have made tremendous sacrifices to ensure the world-class training our new firefighters have received. This training cadre really demonstrates the best of this agency. And so I'd also like to say thank you. Strong work. For those of you who are being promoted today, I also wanted to thank you for your contributions so far to this agency. And I'm grateful that you've decided to step up and take on new responsibilities and learn new skills. Please continue to grow and challenge yourself. I want each of you to master your craft in this new position while also looking at your next steps. You're incredibly valuable to this department and our city, and I'm excited to see you get recognized in the presence of your loved ones. In closing, we welcome our new promotees and are here to support the budding careers of our new firefighters. Thank you. So with that, I would now like to call up my predecessor, retired Fire Chief Bass, as we have a little presentation to make. Chief Bass retired August 31st last year after a 32-year career with the Oxnard Fire Department. Chief Bass, it is a very distinct honour of mine to be able to present to you this shadow box representing your 32 years with this agency.
I appreciate the recognition and thank you so much for this gift. Since retirement, I've collected a few memorabilia. I've never had like a me wall. And so now that I've collected some of these items, you know, me, I stick a nail on the wall, put it up there, call it good. But the wife is actually the one who puts it together and makes it look good. She's the one who makes it look good. So really quick, also in 32 years here that I've been here, some people have asked me if I miss the job. I do, because I've invested a lot of time here. I truly enjoyed coming to work every day. I learned something from being a rookie all the way promoted all the way up through my promotions. And the one thing though I miss the most are the people, the individuals I work with. We have quite the cast of characters that work for this department. And it looks like we're adding 10 more to the roster. And so with this memorabilia up on the wall, every now and then it kind of sparks a memory. And so I truly appreciate this. It kind of keeps me connected with the department. And I look upon it, you know, if you might think I'm a little whack because there's times I'm just sitting there just shaking my head from the past the history that didn't happen here. But most of the time I have a grin on my face. I'm very, very thankful to have been a member of the Oxnard Fire Department. Thank you so much. So with that, in my career, I had the opportunity to promote Alex Hamilton's assistant chief. And then he's promoted on up and taken my place as chief today. So I'd like to call Haley up. Didn't mean to catch you off guard. And she's going to pin him with this chief's badge.
All right, we'll try and get through these promotional badges relatively quickly because I know you're all here for our new firefighters. So with that, I would like to call up John Colmarino, who promoted to Assistant Fire Chief March 6th of this year. And he's being pinned by his fiancée, Julie.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Assistant Fire Chief John Colamarino, and I'll be announcing the names of the remaining promotees. As Chief Hamilton said, we'll try to get through this pretty quickly. So first, I would like to recognize Battalion Chief promotions. The first one will be Battalion Chief Steve Reyes. He was promoted July 11th, 2020. Chief Reyes is not present today, but I would like to recognize him as well with a quick round of applause. Next up is a firefighter that's a pretty special person to me. This was the first person that I had as a rookie firefighter when I was a fairly new captain, and it's my honor now to announce his promotion to Battalion Chief. This will be Battalion Chief Aaron Baker. He was promoted March 20th of 2021, and he'll be pinned by his wife Jill. All right, moving on to fire captains. The next person I'd like to recognize is Fire Captain Uriel Estrada. He was promoted on March 10th of 2018. I know it's been a little while ago, but it's been a while since we've had one of these ceremonies. Captain Estrada is not present today, but I'd like a quick round of applause in his recognition. Next up, I'd like to recognize Fire Captain Josh Massey. He was promoted on March 10th of 2018, and he'll be pinned by his wife, Juliana. Captain Massey, come on up. Next, I'd like to recognize the promotion of Fire Captain Danny Lampert. Danny was promoted on March 10th of 2018, and while he is not present today, I'd like to give him a round of applause as well, please. All right, next, Fire Captain Steve Lowry. Steve was promoted on March 10th of 2018, and Steve will be pinned by his sons, Joe and Mick. Steve, come on up. Well, I guess he's not here either. So thanks for the round of applause, though. All right, next, Fire Captain Beau Espinosa. Captain Espinosa was promoted on March 10th of 2018, and he'll be pinned by his wife, Nicole. Captain Espinosa, come on up. All right, next we have Fire Captain James Blanchard. Jim is not here today. He was promoted on November 3rd of 2018. He's not present today, but let's give him a round of applause. Next up, promoted on November 7th of 2018, Fire Captain Rich Pryor. Rich will be pinned by his wife, Jessica. Captain Pryor, come on up. Next up, promoted on July 11th of 2020, Fire Captain Paul Massin. Paul will be pinned by his wife, Angelica, and his father, retired Oxnard Fire Captain Pete Massin. Captain Massin, squared, come on up. And our last fire captain promotion of the day, certainly not least, promoted on November 28th of 2020, Fire Captain Jason Watkins. He'll be pinned by his mother, Annie. Captain Watkins, come on up. All right, moving on to fire engineers. I'd like to bring up fire engineer Pat O'Leary. Pat was promoted on March 24th of 2018, and he will be pinned by his wife, Lauren. Engineer O'Leary, come on up. He's like, no, it's mine. Next up, promoted on March 24th of 2018, Fire Engineer Eli Barnes. Eli is not here today. Let's give him a round of applause. Also promoted on March 24th of 2018, Fire Engineer Roberto Aguirre. He will be pinned by his mother, Maria. Remy, come on up. I promoted on July 11th of 2020, Fire Engineer Keith Thompson. Keith is not here with us today, but let's give him a round of applause. All right, Fire Inspector promotions. Promoted on May 4th of 2019, Inspector and Investigator Bernie Davidson. He'll be pinned by his wife, Melissa. Fire Inspector Daniel Keller was promoted May 30th of 2020. Dan's not present today. Let's give him a round of applause. And what I believe to be our last promotional, that's it. That will be Fire Inspector Richard Ramirez. He was promoted on May 30th of 2020. Again, Rich is not here with us, but let's give him a quick round. All right, I'd like to, we're going to move on to the introductions of our training academy. I'd like to have Captain John Cecina come up and handle that. Captain Cecina.
Okay, good morning to you all again. It's been a difficult year for us all. This is a good day, huh? This is a good day. So I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be the training captain for the graduating class of 2021. I want to thank Chief Hamilton, Chief Colamarino, absolute outstanding support, Training Chief Guthrie, taking care of us through our logistical needs throughout the 16 weeks. This was difficult. I think we had close to 400 COVID tests just within the cadre and the recruits, just to keep us going the right way. So thank you so much to the department for incredible support in making this academy a priority. To the duty chiefs running the city, adapting to the needs of the academy throughout the 16 weeks and helping us when they could. Thank you so much. Lastly, I want to thank the members of the department that stepped in and trained these recruits. We had members from all three shifts across multiple stations that were part of the training. To my cadre, please stand and be recognized. Guillermo Gray. Guillermo, there you go. Guillermo Gray is the heartbeat, I think, of the academy. He's an outstanding engineer. I was lucky to have him on the crew. Thank you, Guillermo. Bill Phil Palmer's couldn't be here with us today, but we want to thank Phil. Let's give Phil a round. Engineer Chris Bailey. There he is. Outstanding. The quiet help of Chris Bailey. Invaluable. Thank you, sir. To our firefighters in the cadre, Christopher Lees. Get some, Mr. Lees. Yeah. Chris will keep us pumped up no matter what, which was awesome. Thank you, sir. Will Thomas. Will, thank you, Will. And next is Rollover Timothy Robin. There he is, Rollover Tim. Former Marine. And our last member of the cadre to recognize is who we called the Hammer, because he was in charge of all the grading, all the testing. He would run out of red ink on a regular basis. Firefighter Luke Yesner. All right, to the recruits, congratulations. You all deserve to be here. You've sacrificed and you've succeeded. This is a proud profession. The badges that you're about to receive are not given, they are earned. You've heard that before, but now you know it's true. You've done what it takes. Today you will be rewarded. And looking forward, you'll have a career with stability, the ability to be proud of what you do every day for the rest of your life. So congratulations. The badge represents your oath to the public and to your fellow firefighters. Wear them with a sense of pride and a sense of duty. I encourage you to always put the mission first. To your loved ones here today, thank you for your sacrifice and your support of your recruit throughout the academy. You all know what a journey this has been. I want you to know that we've worked hard to prepare your loved one for this dangerous profession. We've pushed them. They've risen to the occasion. They will need you moving forward. This is a difficult profession on many levels. They'll need your continued support as they navigate the new stresses and pressures of the trade. I want to welcome you all into the fire service family and let you know that the Oxnard Fire Department and the fire service at large will be there for you if you ever need us. So recruits, time has come to take the next step into your fire service journey. The step from recruit to probationary firefighter. You guys ready? Yeah. All right. Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and start handing out the badges. Chief, would you like to come up? We could have the family members come to this side of the stage, and the recruit will meet you in the middle with the chief. Okay, our first recruit, Daniel Alvarez. Daniel is a graduate of Oxnard College. He was an AMREMT. Daniel will be pinned by his wife, Erica. And Daniel will be assigned to Engine 66 on the C shift. And he will be working his first shift on May 4th. Okay, our next recruit, Dior Blaisdell. Dior is a graduate of Oxnard College Fire Academy. She's also an AMR EMT with LA County. She'll be pinned by her father, Drew. Dior will be assigned to Engine 63 on the B shift. Her first shift will be May 1st. Our next recruit, Daniel Marsh. It's from Marsh. Daniel was a graduate of Oxnard College Fire Academy, a Gold Coast paramedic. Daniel will be pinned by his wife, Caitlin. And Mr. Marsh will be assigned to Engine 61 on the C shift. His first shift will be May 4th. Daniel's nickname, Mr. Marsh, was the Marshmallow. Everything's a little harder for the Marshmallow. Gravity's just a little heavier. We were in a burnt live fire training with Mr. Marsh, and I said, "How'd it go in there, Marsh?" He said, "I got a little toasty, sir." Hence the nickname, the Marshmallow. 30 years. There you go, Marsh. Okay, our next recruit, Christopher Martinez. Christopher is one of our fire explorers. He also worked as a reserve in Monterey Park. He's a graduate of Oxnard College Fire Academy. He was an AMR EMT, and he's a member of the Ventura County Hand Crew. Christopher will be pinned by Julie and David Martinez, his parents. Mr. Martinez will be assigned to Fire Station 62 on the B shift. His first shift will be May 1st. That's this Saturday. Our next recruit is Andrew Rosales. Andrew is a graduate of the Oxnard Fire Academy. He's a proud member of the Ventura County Hand Crew. Andrew will be pinned by his wife, Katie. And Andrew will be assigned to Engine 63 on the C shift. His first shift will be May 4th. We're fortunate enough to have several Ventura County hand crew members as part of this class. They were affectionately known as the brush bunnies in the academy. We're lucky to have them. Our next recruit is one of those, one of the brush bunnies, Keith Stramiska. Mr. Stramiska, proud member of the Ventura County hand crew. Keith will be assigned to engine 62 on the C shift. His first shift will be May 4th. He'll be pinned by his girlfriend, Brooke. Our next recruit, John Ward. Mr. Ward, the previous U.S. Marine, Oregon hotshot, Ventura County hand crew member. John will be pinned by a significant other, Christine. He'll be assigned to engine 62 on the A shift. And his first shift will be May 2nd. Mr. Ward's child was born during the academy, and I asked him, how is he, Mr. Ward? He said he's lean and fit, sir. Okay, our next recruit, Hayden Woof. All right. Hayden is a graduate of Allen Hancock College Fire Academy, member of the Ventura County hand crew. He'll be pinned by his fiancee, Sophie. And he will be assigned to engine 65 on the A shift. His first shift will be May 2nd. When I read the names for the academy, it said confirming Woof, double O, double F. So we couldn't call him that, so he was further known as Woo Off. Seemed to fit better. Our next recruit is Jeffrey Zane. Jeffrey comes to us from the LA County Lifeguards. Jeff will be pinned by his wife, Allison. Jeff will be assigned to engine 66 on the B shift. His first shift will be May 1st. Take your time, Zane. Give him a badge, everything changes, huh? Okay, our last recruit, Evan Zelmer.
Mr. Zelmer comes to us from the Fillmore Fire Department.
He'll be pinned by his wife, Dulce. Mr. Zelmer will be assigned to engine 63 on the A shift. His first shift will be May 2nd. The Zelmer family was the second child born during the academy. I said, how's your child, Mr. Zelmer? He said, leaner and fitter than Ward's. Okay, at this point, we'll call up Chief Hamilton to administer the oath of office. So recruits, stand and face the chief.
Raise your right hand. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of California. Solemnly swear. And the Constitution of the State of California. The Constitution of the State of California. I will obey the rules and regulations of the City of Oxnard, the Oxnard Fire Department. Faithfully serve the city in discharge of my duties. As a firefighter to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God. Knowledge and ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
I was gonna say good morning, but I think it's still morning. You guys can have a seat. Have a seat. The United States military has a concept that they use. It's called tooth to tail ratio. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but the teeth are the fighting forces, the boots on the ground, and then there's everything behind that. And that ratio in the Army is approximately 1/3 boots on the ground, 2/3 support staff. And so keep that in mind, your family supporting you. And so I want to just say thank you to the families for supporting everyone, to getting through this process and as they move through their career. Thank you, Cadre. Well done. Thank you to all the instructors that are out there that stepped up and taught different aspects of the academy. Captain Cecilia, well done. Good job. Thank you. want to recognize some of our admin staff who put a lot of time and energy into putting not only this academy graduation together, but just keeping the fire department glued together. So thank you. Chief Hamilton and Chief Cole Marino. So thank you. I have two awards that I'd like to deliver. The first is the Scott Carroll Award in honor of our fallen brother and friend. The individual receiving this award today is just an all-around hard charger. He's dedicated, ridiculously fit, extremely hardworking, a family man. He's part of the original class that was furloughed. He was a huge help during the disaster COVID-19 as a disaster relief worker. So by unanimous vote of the Cadre, Zelmer, come on up. Give him an opportunity to speak.
Good morning, everybody. I met Scott Carroll a long time ago. I think it's been about 8 years, and it's just an honor to have something from him with his name on it, an award. So I don't take this lightly, and I really appreciate it. And I just want to thank everybody.
This next award goes to the recruit with the highest academic achievement in the class. For the first 6 weeks of the academy, recruits are given a written test each day. There are over 80 quizzes throughout the course of the academy. IFSTA exams on Monday, midterms, and final exams. The class average on quizzes was 92%. This recruit's score on quizzes was 95. The class average for IFSTA exams was 91. This recruit's IFSTA exam scores were 97. The class average for the midterm was 91. This recruit's score for the midterm was 95. It was also the highest score given on that exam. The class average for the written final exam was 92. This recruit's score on the final exam was 96, the second highest score amongst the group. The class overall academic average was 92. This recruit's academic average was 96. Because of this recruit's consistent high academic performance, the award of Valedictorian is given to Hayden Woof.
Hello, how's everyone doing? I just want to say I'm really honored to receive this award, especially out of such a great class. Everyone's been so awesome, and I'm really excited to work with you guys for 30 years. And I want to thank the Cadre for giving us the best experience so we could have this academy. And then also I want to thank my fiance for supporting me, not just through this academy, but my 2 other academies I've gone through as well. So, and just this long journey it's been. So thank you.
Okay, we'd like to call up probationary firefighter Zane for the class speech.
Good morning, friends and family. I want to thank Chief Hamilton, Assistant Chief Marino for all the support, along with Training Chief Guthrie.
and also Captain Cecilia, been a great training captain. I'd also like to thank the Cadre. They helped with everyday operations and passed all the wisdom that they could provide for us. So thank you for that. And it is a good morning because we're finally at this moment, this momentous point in our career. And this day was never certain. There was never a day where we thought we might not make it or not make it through. We had to earn it the whole time. There's also the added challenge of COVID-19 that made it a lot harder, and also was a formidable foe to the academy. And being part of the first academy, it set us in a spot where we didn't know what to do. There's uncertainty that we weren't going to come back. It was just a big challenge, along with everybody else. But we kept working to our ultimate goal with the understanding that it had to restart at some point. And everybody came through, administration, chiefs, and also all the members of the Oxnard Fire Department, and along with the citizens of Oxnard that helped get this academy back going. And with it back on, we were going to say, let's go. Get back on the academy. We got to add more recruits that quickly became our new friends and came together real quick, which everyone does. And building these lifelong friendships with all the now probationary firefighters. And these last 16 weeks, they've gone by fast, though it did not start out fast. Almost every day during the beginning of the academy, we were pushed to our limits, where your body's telling you to quit, but you have to tell yourself not to quit. And during those times, it feels like it's never going to end. But then you make it to the end of the day, and then you do it again, and you do it again. And the only way we're making it through each of those days, I believe, is the support of our families. Also the support of the Cadre, and then our dedication to getting through, and an occasional donut. We've learned so much from the Cadre with such an immense amount of experience. We also learned a lot about ourselves through that time. I also appreciate that this academy is steeped in tradition in the good ways and still progressive in the ways that are important too, learning new techniques, learning to be the best that we can for the public. Again, all that knowledge that we learned is to help serve the public, to help solve problems in emergency situations. And helping others is why we came to this career. There's no greater calling. We came from many different life and work experiences, hand crews, ambulances, college academies, Starbucks, In-N-Out, Chili's, bellmen, Pilates, agricultural, geology, and chainsaws. And all of them help solve the diverse problems that the public may have, all that collective knowledge and experience. Our work is hardly over, and we will always be learning more and getting better. And through experience and continued training, we'll just keep getting better. This department has the best instructors the state has and leads the way with what works best in emergency situations. Captain Senior is known around the state. And when there is an emergency where life hangs in the balance, we will not rise to the occasion. You will refer to your training. And that training is what we will fall back on when that time comes. Though occasionally I have heard you can rise to the occasion for certain things. And so with that, I have about 30 seconds. So we are proud to reach this moment in our lives and cannot do any of it without everyone here. Also the people that couldn't be here today, and our families, the Cadre, fellow probationary firefighters. And we must continue to work hard and be humble for the rest of our careers. Thank you.
Okay, we'd like to call up firefighter Zelmer
and Blaisdell to present the class gift to the Oxnard Fire Department.
Here I am again. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Evan Zelmer, probationary firefighter here. I'm up here on behalf of Recruit Class 2021 to dedicate this plaque in thankful recognition of the world-class training that we received over the past 16 weeks.
So I just wanted to say that I just received a message from our mayor who's watching the ceremony online, and he wanted to pass on his sincere congratulations and looks forward to seeing you out in the field. So well done, and congratulations from Mayor Zaragoza.
Okay, to finish out the ceremony, we'll have Chaplain Green come up with a benediction, and then we'll have an intermission. There's waters and some refreshments, and then we'll let you know when we get started on the rodeo. These probationary firefighters will show you what they can do. Okay, Chaplain Green.
Watching this young man with all of his energy in the sun, I imagine that a lot of you would like to do what he's doing, wouldn't you? Get up out of those chairs and to mingle. We didn't get a chance to meet. That gum COVID. But it's an honor to be able to not only open this ceremony with prayer, but also to end with prayer. Probationary firefighters. You thought it was tough during your training in the Cadres. Now the real test begins. Not from the citizens, but from the old timers. They're going to ask you to do things and you're going to wonder, why am I doing that? It's for your benefit. It's to build you up, make you strong. One of the greatest privileges you have is serving this community. I've had the honor of being able to be your chaplain for a long time. And I want to tell you, your names are going to be listed in my prayer book. You'll be prayed over every day. Family members. I come and I honor you and I salute you for what you have already helped your firefighter to become. Your work is also just beginning. Don't ask them how the calls went. Just be there to support them. If they want to tell you, they'll tell you. Just be there to support them and hold them up. I would remind you what I've reminded every class that I've been able to pray over. When you hear a fire apparatus go down the street, or an ambulance, even a police cruiser. Is that where you got your donuts from? Was from the cops? I'll have to report that. But when you hear that siren wail, would you offer a prayer? A prayer for your firefighter, even if that firefighter is home, off duty, even if it's another station. Things happen out there. And prayer supports and covers us all. This is a great fire department. I've seen them grow up. I perform marriages, house dedications, baby dedications, and funerals for this department. And it is an honor to be able to close this day ceremonies with a prayer to our Father. I really don't care what religious background you come from. Just to know that our God is still in control and he still covers the lives of your firefighters, those that have been around a long time and those that are just starting. Join me in prayer, will you please? Most gracious Father, again, you are the Father of light and life. You know, the reason I pray that prayer, Father, is because you are the light that comes into the soul of man. You're the life that is given to every human being. These individuals that have just been pinned, Father, are going to serve this community. It doesn't matter what color of skin they have, what religious background they come from, what economic standard they might have. Give them the endurance, oh Father, to serve this community without prejudice, without withholding service. They've made a commitment to serve and to protect life and property. So we ask you to help them, protect their family and be with them. Comfort their family when their firefighter is at work. And those that have been promoted, what a great honor to be promoted up the ranks. But still, Father, protect the families of those that have been promoted. Watch over this city, watch over its leadership, especially guide the leadership of this administration in the fire department. We ask this knowing that you hear our prayer, oh Father, for we ask it in the name of my Redeemer. Amen.
Okay, so that concludes our ceremony. Please stretch your legs, get a refreshment. We'll have about 20 minutes or so. We'll let you know when we're going to start the demonstration. There will be some stanchions put up and there'll be an area for you to stand to watch the demonstration. It's going to get a little hot over here, so you're going to want to be over there. Okay? Okay, thank you.
right, good afternoon, everyone. Again, thanks for being here. The recruits are going to part ways for a second. They're going to change out, so we've got a little bit of time just while they change into their turnouts. The engines are going to be moving, the truck's going to be moving, so we ask you to stay behind the lines and just be aware that there is apparatus that are running calls. So if you cross the street, be aware that there are apparatus that are going to be responding to calls. After the event concludes, we do have the classroom across the street. They're going to be there now, so we don't ask you to go there now. But after the event, please feel free to go over there. They can walk you over there. Be careful of traffic. But that's their classroom. That's where they lived and called home for 16 weeks. They have a video that they put together. I also, because of COVID and we can only fit so many people in the classroom for that video, we have it also playing in our gym. It's a 13-minute loop. So feel free to, while we're waiting, you can cycle through and watch that. And again, it'll be probably another 10 to 15 minutes before we get started at 15 at the tops, okay? So bear with us and feel free to wander around, check out the equipment, and enjoy. a call for what's going to be going down right now. As soon as that gets kicked off, I'm going to start emceeing this. My name's Captain Wolofsky. I'm a fire captain here at Fire Station 1. And just bear with us just 1 second, okay?
Structure fire, 491 South K Street, Crawford 3rd, command fire.
Okay, all 10 recruits are going to be showing off and displaying what we do on various different types of calls. We kind of got a multi-call going on right here, but in general, we're trying to make believe we have a structure fire. We might have a high angle rescue going on. So we're going to have all 10 recruits doing various jobs, and I'll try to describe what they're doing and why we would be doing it as we go. But in general, we have engine 61 coming in and truck 61. Those are obviously based here at Station 1. If any of you have started getting a little smoked out during this demonstration, feel free to move upwind or to a better location. So it looks like we got truck 61 coming in first. It's not untypical for the truck to arrive first on a scene. A lot of times our engines do. So on the truck, we have recruit Zane and also recruit Marsh. I should be calling them firefighter Marsh, firefighter Zane now. All of them have job responsibilities on these calls. Everything is chaotic, but there is a method to the madness. Everyone has a position, everyone has a responsibility. The truck gets on scene, someone is putting the outriggers down and the pads down for the truck engineer. People are putting on their SCBAs or their self-contained breathing apparatus. They put their axes on, and normally the truck is going to be going to the roof to perform vertical ventilation. That's when you see them on the roof with the chainsaws to open up a hole to make it better for rescue and better visibility for the engine company. Without the truck, the engine would have a very challenging, difficult time searching for victims inside a hole. The truck company is also responsible for a lot of the technical rescue specifications in the fire department. Specifically, USAR operations have historically been performed by truck company. They call it the toolbox of the city. So usually when you have a call where there's rope systems involved, the truck company is going to be involved in some sort of fashion. That sound is engine 61 coming in. So we have recruit Ward, recruit Rosales throwing a 28-foot ladder to the north side of the Conex containers, getting prepared to make roof operations with the truck company to perform vertical ventilation. The engine company is on scene. Engine company has to take a hydrant, meaning we need a water supply. And this is very common for a fire scene to have multiple things happening all at once. Recruits are pulling pan lines. Firefighters are pulling pan lines. We have Martinez on the inch and 3/4 red line. We have Stramiska over here on the lower container, masking up. Uriel is going to the roof to perform a rope rescue. Show off their rappelling high angle rope skills. Stramiska is knocking down the fire, about to make entry. We have Rosales masking up. During the academy, beginning times were about almost 2 minutes to a minute and a half for some of these firefighters. We now have all of them under 30 seconds. It's quite the accomplishment. They work day in, day out, multiple times a day to try to throw their breathers because seconds count. You can see when the smoke turns from black to white, it usually means they're getting water on the fire. So Stramiska is getting knocked down in the fire over to the right or to the north. We have the truck company on the roof perform simultaneous, hopefully vertical ventilation at the same time. The engine company gets knocked out on this fire. So while they're knocking the fire down, the smoke is going through the hole that they're about to cut on the roof. They're performing forcible entry. Most of the times there's some sort of security gate, some sort of door in the way. The truck company has historically performed a forcible entry, but they've all been trained to take care of any type of forcible entry problem that exists. Up top, we have firefighter Blaisdell. Firefighter Woof. Truck company starting to perform vertical ventilation. Up top, we have them about to come down, rappelling off the main lines. So right now, Wolf and Blaisdell are tying off as if they would tie off on their rappel down to help perform a rescue where they would need both hands to possibly get a victim onto a harness and rappel down with them. Also a bit of a confidence drill where they tie off and get comfortable. It's hard to imagine that everything they learned just happened in 16 weeks. At least that's from my end. On their end, they'll probably tell you that it felt like it never was going to end. But it's all paid off at this moment right here. They've performed hose and ladders for weeks on end. The beginning of the academy continued on, improving their SCBA times, working through truck week where they performed throwing ladders over and over and over again. Running chainsaws, everything about the chainsaw, taking it apart. They move on to fireground survivability, rapid intervention, performing self-rescues and rescuing their partners. They've gone through search and rescue drills. They've been through confined space and hazardous materials training. They had 1 week dedicated to rope rescue. We call Rescue Systems 1, where they learn everything from low angle to high angle rope rescue. They start finishing off the academy with Driver Operator 1A, where they learn how to drive the fire engine, drive the tiller of the truck, and drive the truck. All along this time of the 16 weeks, they're learning emergency medical service skills as EMTs. Four of the 8 stations here in Oxnard typically run 10 to 15 calls a day. 80% of those calls are emergency medical calls. And in between all those calls, as probationary firefighters, the work doesn't end. They're cooking, they're cleaning the stations, they're training, they're performing classes. So as we conclude this demonstration, you can see everything that has happened. All happened within 10 minutes. Knocked down 2 fires, performed vertical ventilation, did a rope rescue, went on air under 30 seconds. They're about to get together back as a group, probably for one of the few times left, where they'll be recruit class of 2021. And will be forever known now as firefighters in the Oxnard Fire Department. We'll get them together once the firefighters come down from the roof. We'll get them all together in front of the Connex containers for some group photos. Once the photos conclude, we'll send them out to you in the crowd, take some photos with their turnout gear on. Again, feel free to go into the classroom, see the video they performed, that they put together. We're gonna all 10 of them. Well done, recruit class 2021. Feel the joy, feel the pride. 16 hard weeks completed. And the journey begins with hopefully a 30-year career in the fire service. And the last thing I want to say is to thank you to the friends and family. They don't even flinch. Best feeling of the last 16 weeks right here. Thank you for all being here, all the support from the friends, family to get them through this 16 weeks. They couldn't have done it without you. We wish them well. We wish them success in their careers. Thank you.
One,